Greetings everybody, this is Serpentine4151 and welcome back to the channel, folks. Well, for one of our shows that we're going to be doing for Weeb Warriors, tentatively of course, if Jordan doesn't feel like watching it at all, that's perfectly fine, but I thought as a little bit of a companion piece, I want to do a compare and contrast little synopsis of Join the Pack Seiton Academy. Now, why would I want to do that? Well, just watching the first episode yesterday and this morning, which, by the way, I'm recording at 4 a.m., has left me in a very interesting position, I should say. So, episode 1, Ranka, the wolf boss, is the first episode of the anime adaptation of Join the Pack Seiton Academy. So, for those of you who don't know, what's the premise of the manga and the anime? Well, essentially, this is a world where animals are anthropomorphized in such a way where the males look more closely related to their animal that they're based on, and the females are completely anthropomorphized except for like random animal ears and tails, and sometimes hair colors matching the colors of the animals that they're based on. But this is an academy where survival of the fittest is key, and our protagonist, well, one of our many protagonists in this story is Jin Mazama, who, due to things in his past, hates all animals. And he ends up becoming a member of the pack of one Linka in the manga and Renka in the anime, a lone wolf, or her main species, an Izu wolf. And so we meet some other characters like Hitomi Hino, who is the only other human in Seiton Academy, and we introduce the concept of the first 3 members of the pack, which is Ranka, Jin, and Hitomi. And like I said, the first episode condenses the first 2 chapters of the manga, which in chapter 1 we are introduced to only Jin and Rinka fully and their whole motivations within the whole crux of the story, with Rinka's motivation being that she wants to form a pack where all animals are welcome because of someone in her past saving her from 3 bears. Well, bear cubs, I should say, because they were children at the time. And that person who saved her was actually Jin. And that's all from the first chapter. But the one difference is that instead of Jin and Rinka trying to save Hitomi from the bears, it is actually Rinka protecting a bunny girl who she was asking to join her pack. And then the other part of this episode, we are introduced to Chloe in the manga and Croe in the anime, but I like to refer to her as Chloe because that's just hilarious to me. The zebra with a very haughty personality. And she explains, well, she doesn't really explain, but she treats Rinka like shit. And the horse girls that were asked a few questions, well, they answered the fact that, hey, this is Chloe. She is so pretty and more like the most dignified horse girl on there, like of their herd. It's like, okay, but Jin cuts everything down, cuts down her self-esteem by telling her that she's equal to a donkey. Well, which is true. Zebras are closely related to donkeys, which is really funny to me. And it left some great comedy. Now, Chloe as a character in the manga is actually a very deep character. Well, not necessarily a deep character, but she has some growth where she actually interacts with her non-key compatriots. But this is the first we'll see of her in the anime, so I would like to see what she goes through in the manga, even though her little adventures when we focus on her are very hilarious and connected to a card game that is a slight parody of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, which I also play. And it holds true to the animal facts that the manga actually taught every now and then, like how animals, especially carnivorous ones, if you were to sit next to them while they're eating, they will think that you're going to steal their food. All you would have to do is just pay no mind to them and just mind your business, which will cause the animal to like, oh, I'm not gonna have my food stolen. Awesome. I appreciate that. But then, if you were to give them food, they become more attached to you, which we see in the anime adaptation and in the manga too. And we also got to see how when wolves, or canines in general, they talk about wolves and dogs, how the reason why we get licked around the face a lot with our pet dogs is because it's a trade over from wolves. With wolves, that's how they communicate throughout the pack and initiate new pack mates. And it's the funny lines in the manga explaining this are also included in the anime adaptation. Which, sure, the show's going to be 12 episodes long, and they're going to be streamlining a lot of the show's runtime and condensing a lot of the manga into different parts. And that's more evident in the second episode, where we get to meet the 3 other members of the cooking club, which is introduced in the first episode and I think in the second chapter on the manga fully, if memory best serves me. And I'm expecting that they're going to condense, because we're going to meet Yukari the koala, Miyabi the sloth, or the 3-toed sloth, to be more exact, and Kurumi the cat, all in the same episode, which I will explain more about their characterizations when that new episode rolls around. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this new series that I'm adding on to the channel. It probably might get lost in the shuffle, like a lot of things that I try to introduce tends to be, but since it's the current anime season of Winter 2020, this is actually going to be my first video of the... Oh, wait, no. Well, it depends on if I did a Weep... Which I don't think I did a Weep Warriors episode for New Year's. Oh well. If I don't remember, it's okay. This is tentatively the first new video of the new year. And what a way to start 2020 when you're talking about comparing and contrasting the anime and the manga about animal girls and the one dude that hates all animals. Alright, I'll catch you guys next week when I review the second episode and compare it to the manga chapters that gets its influence. So, this has been Serpentine451, and I'll catch you guys later next time. Hope to see you then.